The top 10 Formula One cars. Formula One, known as the pinnacle of motorsport, has been the stage for some of the world's most advanced and exciting racing machines. From aerodynamic innovations to advancements in fuel efficiency and safety, each car on this list has left its mark on the sport's history. Let's start with the countdown. Number 10. Renault R25, 2005. The R25 is notable for several reasons, not just its track achievements. First, its aerodynamic design and suspension package represented a significant innovation at the time, offering an almost perfect balance between straight-line speed and cornering handling, a difficult duality to achieve in motorsport. Additionally, this vehicle greatly benefited from the efficient use of the energy recovery system, a technology in its early development phases in Formula One. Another highlight is its reliability, a critical factor that contributed to winning the championship. During the 2005 season, Fernando Alonso and his teammate, Giancarlo Fisichella, managed to bring the R25 across the finish line without significant mechanical issues in most races, a testament to Renault's excellent engineering and design work. The triumph of the Renault R25 in 2005 not only ended Ferrari's 5-year reign but also marked the beginning of a new era in Formula One, where technological innovation and on-track strategy became even more crucial for success. Alonso's victory, becoming the then youngest world champion in F1 history, symbolized a generational shift and opened the door for new talents and teams to challenge the status quo. Number 9. Ferrari 500 F2, 1952-1953. To understand the magnitude of the Ferrari 500 F2's success, it's essential to place it in its historical context. In the early 1950s, Formula One was undergoing a transition, with changes in regulations allowing Formula 2 cars to participate in F1 races. This situation resulted from several factors, including the high cost of competing and the scarcity of cars that met the post-World War II Formula One specifications. It was an engineering masterpiece. Designed with a focus on reliability and performance, this vehicle was equipped with a 4-cylinder inline engine, capable of producing around 185 horsepower. Although these figures might seem modest compared to current standards, at the time, the 500 F2 was a force to be reckoned with, noted for its extraordinary balance, handling, and, above all, reliability that its competitors envied. Under the incomparable skills of Alberto Ascari, the Ferrari 500 F2 dominated the 1952 season, winning every Grand Prix it entered and continued its victorious streak into 1953. Ascari was crowned world champion in both years, and the 500 F2 cemented its place in history as one of the most dominant cars of F1's early era. This period of success not only demonstrated Ferrari's technical superiority but also elevated Ascari to legendary status. It represents more than a victorious chapter in Ferrari's rich history. It symbolizes an era of innovation, competition, and passion for motorsport. Its dominance in Formula One in the early 50s is a testament to what can be achieved when exceptional engineering meets extraordinary driving talent. Number 8. Mercedes F1 W07 Hybrid, 2014. In 2014, Formula One introduced a radical change in regulations, demanding the transition from naturally aspirated V8 engines to V6 turbo hybrid power units. This change aimed not only to improve fuel efficiency but also to promote technologies more relevant to production vehicles. It was designed around these new regulations, equipped with a 1.6-liter turbocharged V6 engine complemented by an energy recovery system, ERS, that offered an additional boost of power and efficiency. The W07 Hybrid not only met these expectations but far exceeded them. From the start of the season, it was evident that Mercedes had interpreted the new rules more effectively than their competitors. The car won 16 of the 19 races that season, with Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg securing a total of 11 and 5 victories, respectively. This dominance was not only due to the power of the engine but also to the reliability and efficiency of the hybrid system, something other teams struggled to match. The success laid the groundwork for Mercedes' continued dominance in Formula One. The synergy between the engine, chassis, and hybrid system established a new standard in terms of performance and efficiency. Moreover, the 2014 season is remembered for the intense rivalry between Hamilton and Rosberg, two teammates battling for the championship, adding an extra layer of drama and entertainment to Mercedes' technical superiority. Number 7. Braun GP BGP1, 2009. Braun GP emerged from the ashes of the Honda Racing F1 team, which withdrew from Formula One at the end of 2008 due to the global financial crisis. With the future of the team and its employees up in the air, Ross Braun, the technical director, made a bold and risky move. He purchased the team for a nominal sum. Braun, a recognized strategist and designer in F1, faced the challenge of keeping a team afloat without the backing of a car manufacturer and with limited resources. What made Braun a dominant competitor was its ingenious interpretation of F1's technical regulations, specifically the design of its double diffuser. This aerodynamic feature allowed the car to generate significantly more downforce than its rivals, improving its performance in corners without compromising straight-line speed. This technical advantage was crucial in the early races of the season, establishing a difference that would be insurmountable for other teams. With Jenson Button at the wheel, the BGP1 proved to be an exceptionally fast and reliable car from the start of the season. Button won 6 of the first 7 races, a feat that cemented his path to the World Drivers' Championship. His teammate, Rubens Barrichello, also put in strong performances, securing valuable points for the team. At the end of the season, Braun GP had not only won the Drivers' Championship with Button but had also secured the Constructors' Championship, an impressive achievement for a team that, just a few months earlier, was facing its demise. Number 6. Lotus 72, 1970 to 1975. Competing in Formula One from 1970 to 1975, it is one of the most innovative and iconic racing cars in the history of the sport. Designed by the legendary Colin Chapman and the Lotus engineering team, one of the most distinctive features of the Lotus 72 was its wedge shape, an aerodynamic novelty at the time. This shape allowed for more efficient airflow over and around the car, significantly improving downforce and, consequently, cornering speed. Additionally, the 72 was one of the first F1 cars to utilize side-mounted radiators, rather than the traditional front placement, which helped improve the car's balance and reduce aerodynamic drag. Another major innovation introduced by the Lotus 72 was its suspension. The car featured fully independent suspension and internal springs, which was relatively unusual at the time. This not only contributed to better handling and stability in corners, but also allowed for a lower, more aerodynamic design. It was also notable for its use of disc brakes on all 4 wheels, an improved cooling system, and the introduction of ground effect in its later versions, a technique that uses the car's aerodynamics to stick it to the ground, increasing traction and allowing higher speeds in corners. During its time in competition, the Lotus 72 was driven by some of the most celebrated drivers in history, including Jochen Rindt, who tragically became the only posthumous F1 champion in 1970, and Emerson Fittipaldi, who won the championship in 1972. The car achieved a total of 20 Grand Prix victories, 2 Constructors' Championships, 1970 and 1972, and 2 Drivers' Championships, 1970 and 1972, solidifying its place in F1 history. Number 5. Red Bull RB9, 2013. It is the direct result of the technical genius of Adrian Newey, one of the most respected and successful designers in F1 history. This car was an evolution of the already successful RB8, but with significant improvements in aerodynamics and efficiency. What made it stand out was its exceptional handling of aerodynamics, particularly in how it managed airflow around the tires and under the chassis. This aerodynamic efficiency allowed for maximizing performance across a variety of circuits, giving Red Bull a competitive edge in almost every race. The RB9 is inseparable from the figure of Sebastian Vettel, who drove the car to perfection during the 2013 season. Vettel and the RB9 were a formidable combination, achieving 13 victories in 19 races, including 9 consecutive wins from the Belgian Grand Prix to the end of the season. This impressive streak underscores not only the car's dominance but also Vettel's talent and consistency as a driver. Together, they secured the 4th consecutive drivers' title for Vettel and the Constructors' Championship for Red Bull Racing. One of the most intriguing aspects was its use of the blown diffuser, a technique that involved directing exhaust gases towards the car's diffuser to increase downforce. Although this technology was being restricted and eventually banned by F1 regulations, Red Bull managed an implementation that gave them a significant aerodynamic advantage over their competitors. Number 4. Williams FW14B, 1992. It is a true legend in the world of Formula One, a perfect example of how technological innovation can transform performance on the track. This car, designed by engineer Adrian Newey, is known for its advanced active suspension technology, a system that automatically adjusted the vehicle's height in response to track conditions to maximize grip and cornering speed. The FW14B also incorporated other revolutionary technologies, such as power steering and semi-automatic transmission, allowing drivers to change gears without taking their hands off the steering wheel. These innovations not only improved the car's aerodynamic efficiency but also gave drivers Nigel Mansell and Riccardo Patrese a significant advantage over their competitors. Nigel Mansell, driving the FW14B, dominated the 1992 season, winning 9 of the 16 races and securing the World Drivers' Championship with 5 races to spare, a record at the time. This level of dominance underscores not only Mansell's prowess as a driver but also the superior design and technical capabilities of the FW14B. The active suspension, though costly and complex, proved to be a game-changer in F1. It adjusted the vehicle's height and suspension stiffness in real time, allowing for optimal aerodynamics and superior traction under a variety of track conditions. This technology, though later banned by the FIA for cost and complexity reasons, marked the beginning of an era of intense technological innovation in Formula One. Number 3. Ferrari F204, 2004. It was the fruit of continuous evolution and the relentless pursuit of perfection by the Ferrari team. Designed by a team led by Rory Byrne, Ross Brawn, and Aldo Costa, the F2004 incorporated a series of aerodynamic innovations that allowed it to maximize airflow around the car to reduce drag and increase downforce, resulting in superior speed and stability, especially in corners. The dominance of the F2004 in the season was overwhelming. Schumacher won 13 of the 18 races, setting a new record for victories in a season, and helped Ferrari easily secure the Constructors' Championship. The combination of Schumacher's skill, team strategy, and the F2004's technical superiority proved invincible for its competitors. One of the highlights was its engine, the Ferrari F204, a 3.0-liter V10 capable of producing over 900 horsepower. In an era where reliability could make or break races, it also stood out for its ability to reach the finish line without significant mechanical issues, a testament to the quality of the engineering and vehicle design. Number 2. McLaren MP4Q, 1988. Introduced in the 1988 Formula One season, it is one of the most legendary and successful racing cars in the sport's history. This single-seater is not only remembered for its overwhelming dominance over its competitors but also as the vehicle for some of the most iconic battles between two giants of motorsport, Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. It is a milestone in Formula One engineering, designed by a team led by Steve Nichols, with collaboration from Gordon Murray, known for his innovation and out-of-the-box thinking in race car design. Its ultra-efficient aerodynamic design, combined with a lightweight chassis and the powerful Honda RA168E Turbo V6 engine, allowed the MP4Q to achieve performance levels previously unheard of in Formula One. What made the MP4Q particularly outstanding was its success rate. Out of the 16 races in the 1988 season, the MP4Q 115, setting a record for victories in a single season that remained intact for decades. This feat was achieved thanks to the exceptional skill of its drivers and a team strategy that maximized the car's capabilities. The rivalry between Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost, both drivers for the McLaren team at that time, became one of the most intense and dramatic in the sport's history. Throughout the season, the tension between them grew as they competed not only against the rest of the grid but also against each other for the World Championship. Senna won his first world title that year, edging out Prost by a narrow margin. Number 1. Mercedes F1 W07 Hybrid, 2016. It was the machine with which the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team competed in the 2016 Formula One season. Driven by Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, the W07 Hybrid dominated the championship, achieving 19 victories in 21 races, an astonishing record that underscores its superiority. But what made the W07 Hybrid so special? The W07 Hybrid was the culmination of years of development in the hybrid era, which began in 2014. This car incorporated a turbocharged V6 engine complemented by an energy recovery system, ERS, that captured energy from the brakes and exhaust gases, which could be used to boost the engine. This technology not only improved fuel efficiency but also provided an additional power boost on the track. The aerodynamic design also broke new ground. Mercedes achieved an almost perfect balance between downforce, which keeps the car glued to the ground in corners, and air resistance, which can limit top speed on the straights. This balance allowed the W07 Hybrid to be exceptionally fast on both high corner circuits and those with long straights. The 2016 season is also remembered for the intense rivalry between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, teammates at Mercedes. This internal competition pushed both drivers and the team to their limits, culminating in a dramatic conclusion at the final race of the season in Abu Dhabi, where Rosberg was crowned world champion, just ahead of Hamilton.